Hello, everyone. This is Chala Dincoy, CEO and founder of the Repositioning Expert. Welcome to a talk series that we're doing with my special guest, Roslyn Kunin, in support of the amazing conference, this trendsetter, mega trendsetter, this amazing, what do we call it? We call it disruptor, full of inventors. And you're going to be actually meeting one of the speakers there. This is going to take place on April 24th to the 26th at the Pan Pacific Hotel in Vancouver, and it's called the EXCELerate 2024. And what Roslyn does is she is a consulting economist, she wanted to call herself. So I love that title. Do you want to tell us a little bit about what that means? What is it that you do, Roslyn?
Okay, I am an economist. I work as a consultant on my own behalf. And when governments, companies, individuals, associations, and so on have questions about the economist, what is the impact of international students on the economy of Canada? Where are the jobs? More recently, the question is, where are the workers? What industries are going to prosper? What's going to happen in the future? These are the kinds of questions I answer.
Wow, it's almost like being like a soothsayer, like trying to figure out how it's all going. Because I just bought a house and I'd love to hear all about where the interest rates are going to go. But you tell me about, well, first of all, what got you interested in this?
Well, I was going to be a physicist.
Okay.
And my parents couldn't afford to send me to university. So I was holding down a full-time job and doing my university at night. So that made labs on top of a full university load a little bit difficult. So I said, well, I'd better go into arts. I took a course in economics because I discovered that the war was always over the copper line. All the things that happened tended to have an economic base, and that field has served me well ever since.
That is so true. My goodness. So can you give us a tiny synopsis of what you're going to talk about at the EXCELerate Conference in Vancouver?
Okay, we are going to try and solve a long-term problem for all entrepreneurs, but particularly for women entrepreneurs, which is how to get capital. Yes. Where can we get the money that we need to grow our biz, to hire the people, to put in the technology, to change the world?
That's really great. And I know you're moderating, right?
Yes.
And there's going to be a lot of experts who are going to, from financial institutions and from, economic background. So, what is your view on the whole access to capital for women? I mean, things have changed, right?
They have changed. I have been in the economics field for a long time. I have been concerned about women's issues and advancing women in the economy and other fields for a long time. The biggest improvement that I have seen since I started is now everybody says the right things about women, about access to capital, about all these kinds of things. Not too many people are doing it. Mm-hmm. They aren't quite walking the talk yet. Better than it was, better than it has been, moving in the right direction, but a little bit slowly.
Well, what do you think is going to make the difference?
Well, unfortunately, because some of us get a little bit tired sometimes of doing the same thing for decades and decades, women are going to have to persist. Women are going to have the kind of work that you do. Chala is get a higher profile so people can see women succeeding and prospering and making it easier for the women that follow them.
Yeah. Did you see that statistic about women? Maybe it might be in the States, but more women now own houses and they weren't even allowed to get mortgages by themselves.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that is, that reminds me of living memory. Yeah.
Right. So I just came from a 6,000 women business owner conference. Wow. And yeah, believe me, there was a lot of estrogen in the room. And so what advice? I mean, I know you said visibility, but can you give us more pointed advice about what to do to be part of that conversation, to be part of that give?
Okay, well, what women have to do is, first of all, remember they're running a business. and follow all the business rules about business plans and everything else that you need to do to make sure that you're going to meet the requirements of the people you are seeking capital from. Second, be very, very persistent. Don't expect the first person you go to or the first bank you go to give you capital. Third, always take advantage of every connection. If, for example, you go to a bank and they say, no, you don't meet our criteria, we can't give you any money for this, that, or the other reason, some of which you might be able to do something about and some of which you have no control over, ask them another question. Say, who do you think might finance a business of my type? What else can I do to get financing? And they might put you in touch with venture capitals, foundations, government programs, other sources of financing. So be persistent. Don't be discouraged by the first one to give you up. Don't be afraid to rewrite your business plan and try again, and keep on pushing. And when you succeed, tell everybody so that you'll encourage the others.
Oh my gosh, I love that. So you're pretty much telling them to be more resilient, to have more grit, to try it a different way, to get, like more networking. I love it. It's, it's all the same things that I teach around how to get more business.
Yeah.
It's literally the same thing, except they're trying to get money to get more business. So I love that. So tell us the time slot and the day that you're speaking.
Okay, this will be April 26th, 10:30 a.m. Pacific time. So,
Perfect.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I goofed.
8:30 to, yeah.
8:30 to 10 a.m. Pacific time. Please note the correction, 8:30 to 10. Sorry about that.
That's wonderful. I am so looking forward to seeing you speak and moderate. You have so much value and advice to offer all these, so many women that are going to be there, and I can't wait.
I am just moderating. We have a wonderful panel of experts, and people are really going to enjoy hearing them and learn from them.
But I'm going to encourage anybody who's watching this to come and speak to you personally, because you have such a wealth of experience and knowledge to give us. And I'm so glad to be able to capture just a little bit of that today. So thank you for your time.
Thank you, Chala, for doing this interview and spreading the word.
Thank you. All the best.
Bye.